coronavirus flipped our world upside down in March of 2020, high school athletics were put at risk. It was hard to tell whether having a fall season in 2020 was obtainable, but despite its uncertainty, the fall season did indeed happen. The Communications Academy wanted the inside scoop on what sports practices would look like under the coronavirus, and how teams were staying safe. To obtain this information, we spoke to Vanessa Stankovitz, the head cheerleading coach at Perth Amboy High School.
Cheerleading is kind of in its own category when it comes to sports in New Jersey. We're not sanctioned by the NJSIAA, but we're also not a club. Although we're not sanctioned under the NJSIAA in New Jersey, we are a sport in Perth Amboy. As it comes to, we do fall under athletics. We work under Mr. Cardona, our athletic director, and he has been very diligent in making sure that we're following all the NJSIAA procedures.
The CDC guidelines that Coach Stink is referring to include basic procedures like washing your hands, social distancing when you can, and wearing masks.
As we walked in, there's a Google form that every athlete had to fill out. They filled out the information if they've had any contact with anyone with COVID or if they had COVID. And then we also checked temperatures on the way in. At first, this process took a really long time because we weren't used to inputting the information, about 40 minutes to check in about 80 cheerleaders. But as the time went on, we moved a lot quicker. So we just tried to be mindful of wearing our masks, staying 6 feet apart when possible, and that it's important for everyone to really think of, the better good at some point. Athletes felt very strongly that, the safety of the team was bigger than the safety of one person. Because if you go to a house party or you're exposed to someone with COVID, not only are you going to be out for a minimum of 4 weeks, you are also going to shut down your program for a minimum of 2 weeks. For our seniors, that 15 seniors that got to complete a season for the fall, and they didn't know if that was going to happen for them. And although our crowds were smaller at football games, we still had crowds at football games. We were able to go out there, and we even got to travel to the away games.
As we take time to reflect on the fall season, not only did the fall cheerleading team have no instances of COVID, but neither did any other fall sport within Perth Amboy High School.
We're still going to be virtual in February, and it's difficult for many people, but this gives the opportunity for people to see each other in person, which I think is really great if we do it in a safe way.
Though nothing in our world is certain during this time, Perth Amboy is trying its hardest to conduct sports in a way that is both safe and fun for all of its athletes. As of right now, the winter season is set to take place starting in February of 2021, following similar safety precautions and procedures. As Coach Stink said, this can be a great thing if we do it in the right way.
Your Perth Amboy Panthers!